So the second part of our lesson related to subject-verb agreement, we said that the first rule is, or subject-verb agreement is simply talks about when the subject agrees with the verb in terms of number. Singular subject equals singular verb, right? So the first rule of subject-verb agreement is related to word and expression used as a singular subject, okay, or singular subjects. So the first one, we have the indefinite pronoun. You have to study the rules in your book. You have a table of indefinite pronouns. I want you to study them. Here I gave you, like, for example, another, anybody, anyone. Whenever we have these indefinite pronouns, I always use them as singular. For example, you say anyone is and not anyone are. This is always the case. The second rule is when you have like a group of people presented in one word, okay, and that word, and they are working or functioning as one unit. For example, when I say grade 8, as I told you before, I don't mean only Dana or Ahmed. I mean all of you. But when you act as one unit, okay, like when I say the jury, okay, the word jury is related to a lot of people, okay. I may have 3 people, okay, in the same jury. So so when they act as one unit, you consider them as singular. For example, if I say the family went on a picnic, here I used the word family. Okay, it's a collective noun. I used it as one unit because I used it as singular, meaning that all of the family went in the same picnic, okay? Okay, any question till now? Okay. The next rule is that when you have, for example, the word he or the word, sorry, the before the word number, whenever I have the preceding the word number, I always consider it as singular, even if I have a plural word. Okay, for example, the number of people you say is, for example, increasing, decreasing, whatever you want. So here, usually we say that we have the subject before the verb. You shouldn't follow this rule. You have to read the sentence, because if you follow this rule, the subject would be people. People is a plural, and you're going to say are. So please pay attention to this. The fifth rule is that when you have the title of any book, even if it's, let's say, the title of our book is Stars, even if it's a plural, since it's a title of one book, you always consider it as singular. Okay, like I ask you to open your book Stars. I mean one book. Okay, Stars is an interesting book. Okay, so any title of book, magazine, story, maybe sometimes your essays, your text, always the title is should be singular. Okay. Also, the name of places, like the name of your school, okay, or any place, it should always be considered as singular. Any question about the first rule?
No.
Great. Okay. Also, we have certain expressions that are always considered as what? As plural subjects. First of all, we have when we have compound subject. Compound subject the combined by the or joined by the word and. Be careful, I'm only talking about compound subject joined by the word and. Okay, when the subject is joined, or when the two subjects are joined by the word and, you have to always consider them as a plural. Okay, for example, Ali and Hassan. Here I have two subjects combined by or joined by and, we consider them as compound subject, and they are always a plural. Ali and Hassan are playing football. This is an easy example for you. Okay, so since we have and it's like the sign plus, you consider it as what? As plural. Okay. Also, we have indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns like both, few, many, or several. Whenever the list goes on, you have to study it from your book. Okay, the most common indefinite pronoun used as plural subjects. Whenever I have these pronouns, I consider them as plural words. For example, both, few, many, several, or both or few students, I say are. I don't say is, okay, because it's always saying a plural. In the previous rule, we said that I say when I have the preceding the word number, I consider it as singular. But when I have the letter, okay, a, okay, preceding the word number, I consider it as plural. A number of students are listening to their teacher. Okay, so here the word number is preceded by a. Any question, miss? Is everything clear?
Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
Miss.
Good. Okay, so here also we said that whenever, like the collective noun or collective subject family, whenever I consider it as one unit, it is used as singular. So consequently, whenever I consider that collective noun as not let's say it's not functioning as one unit, okay, I consider it as plural noun. For example, the jury have come up with a decision. Here, jury, as I said, it's a collective noun. Since I used it as a plural and talking about their decision, it means that each member of the jury has his own decision. Okay, they don't have a common decision. Okay, so any question about this rule? Is it clear?
It's clear.
Great.
Still perfect.
The fifth rule is that when I'm talking about time expressions, when I consider the time expression as, or when I consider it as plural, or I don't consider them as one unit, I use them as plural. For example, the first 2 years of his life were very hard, okay? Here I said were for the 2 years, meaning that I have different hardships in his life. Maybe the first year he lost his parent, the second year he lost his job. But if I said the first 2 years, let's say was very hard, meaning that the same action occurred in both years, okay? For example, the first 2 years was hard because we had coronavirus. Okay, meaning that both of the years were considered as one unit. But if I want to express, to tell you that no, they are not one unit, I'm gonna talk about each and every year by itself. I consider it as plural. Okay, so moving on, we have word expressions that are either singular or plural. Yani they could be singular or plural. When I have neither with nor and either with or, okay? Whenever I have, as I told you, neither and nor together, or either or, okay? Let me give you an example. Neither his brothers nor his friends. Here I use is. Who can tell me why? What's the rule here? We have compound subject, meaning that I have two subjects in the sentence, brothers, okay, and friend. Why did I consider it singular? Yes,
The
but
subject near to the verb.
excellent. The
Friend.
subject that is nearer to the verb is the one that I have to look at. Here I have brothers and friend. The one that is nearer is the word friend. Friend, is it, I ask myself, is it singular or plural? If it's singular, yeah, I have to add singular verb, okay? The same rule applies to either or nor, okay? Either and or. So either Ali, here Ali, or his brothers. His brothers is what the second subject. Brother is the one nearer to the verb, it's plural, so I have to use are and not is or any singular verb. Okay? Any question? Any question, guys? So this was like a quick revision of the previous point that we covered related to our lesson subject-verb agreement.